Hi guys, welcome back to our second crucial video that you guys must watch before you can watch any skin solving videos at all. There's one after this and that's going to be the last one, but this one, following on from the first one about what is the microbiome, is what is biodiversity. And it's a really important concept which we introduced in our first video, and we're going to just really simplify it for you guys. So in 2017, Sam and I was the lead writer and figurehead, of course. We published a paper which found that biodiversity is everything when it comes to skin health, and it's the only way of measuring skin health. So to use the garden analogy, like I used in my first video, to explain biodiversity very simply, if you look out into a garden and you see lots of types of plants and lots of animals in there, different types of animals, then that's a garden with a high biodiversity, and that garden or that ecosystem will be very healthy. Whereas if you look out and you see it's being cemented over with a couple of weeds poking through the cracks, that garden has a low biodiversity of living creatures in it. So that means it's a very unhealthy ecosystem and it's prone to damage.
So the garden with a high biodiversity is healthy, and that is the same for the skin. So I think it's really important to note from last video too, we are only 40% human. The 60% are the part of us. The 60% is your microbiome, and that is all the microbes.
Within. So you guys right now, you're more microbe than you are human. So all those little tiny microbes, microorganisms are running around you. You have trillions on your body currently with you.
It just shows how vital the microbiome is to our health. We're more microbiome than human. So I think that your analogy, we're going to go a bit deeper into it. We're not going to go into all the maths, that's for another time. Okay, so with the garden analogy, we're going to stick with it. We have two gardens now for this comparison. Both have 10 plants in each garden. The first garden, out of the 10 plants, all of them are the same. In the second garden, out of the 10 plants, 5 of them are one type of plant, and the other 5 are a different type of plant. And the question is, which one has higher biodiversity? The answer, of course, is the second one. That is because there are more types of plants within that garden, and so it is healthier. Now that applies to our skin too. So the more types of microbe on our skin, the more healthy it is, and that means a higher diversity.
So again, it goes against this idea in our society that germs on our skin are bad and need to be washed off. So we need to preserve this fragile ecosystem on our skin, because the microbes on our skin are our defenders. They don't hurt us, do they?
It's so vital. Microbiome is key to our health.
Cool.
Okay, so now we know this helps us, because anything we put on our skin that decreases the biodiversity of our microbiome is damaging it. So anything that increases the biodiversity is helping it.
And so just
Simple
quickly,
as
that gives us huge power, because now for the first time we can test products' claims and companies' claims that their product is doing good for your skin, because we can test the biodiversity before and after. And if the product decreases the biodiversity, then as Sam just explained, it's not helping the skin at all. So the companies, the skincare industry, which has for so long gotten away with a lot of things, should now be quaking in their boots because of this, our new research, because we can test products for their health or damage on the skin.
And more importantly, the reason we do this was initially to solve our own skin problems, but also to solve everyone's skin problems in the world, your skin problems, and make it that the main focus of what we do every day is to solve your skin problems.
So we can test certain things. So say for example, we wanted to test the effects of pouring a bottle of Lucozade over Sam's head on his skin health. What we would do is we would measure the biodiversity of the microbes beforehand using the complex maths, and then pour a bottle of Lucozade on his head and then measure the diversity after. And if the diversity had gone down, then that means that Lucozade would be damaging skin health. If the diversity had gone up, then by all means go out and buy bottles of Lucozade and soak yourselves in it for the rest of your life, because it's really good for your skin. It's not, I'm saying hypothetically.
So that brings us back to just reminding everyone that low biodiversity on the skin has been linked to all common skin problems, from acne, eczema, psoriasis, all the way over that big hill to skin cancer.
And even interestingly, who have we met recently? A few people with what problem? Tell them.
We have met so many people with topical steroid withdrawal, and again, low biodiversity on the skin microbiome, and huge stories that we've been working with them and helping them with. So now we have this measure. We know and we can test which products help the skin and which products damage it. And we, in our newest paper, we have linked these two, haven't we?
Yeah, so in 2018 we published again another paper. Obviously I'm leader writer again and figurehead again.
It's
and
more
the
like dictator.
Dictator, yeah, that's what I like to use, yeah. It's a tyranny in my world. But the paper was testing the hypothesis that many scientists have come up with, that synthetic chemicals in modern cosmetics are one of the main contributors to long-term skin damage. And for the first time we made a very conclusive link between these two things. So this is how it can help you guys. So we haven't just been rattling on for the last 4 minutes for our own gain. We now know that synthetic chemicals in modern cosmetics are linked to long-term skin damage. So you guys, our tip for you before the last video would be to stop using synthetic chemicals on your body, try and limit that as much as possible, and start using things which are 100% truly natural. And also don't be fooled if things have flowers on the tube, because this doesn't in any way mean they're natural. I've seen things with flowers on the tube which are 70% chemicals and can really harm your skin.
Yeah, so we've got many other videos coming on that. But that's it for biodiversity. We can delve into the maths much later, or you can read our papers and see.
Actually, you did a really good YouTube video, didn't you?
Yes, so I did another YouTube video on biodiversity which explains it in a bit of a different way, and there's a nice dog in it. So
watch for the dog,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Also the nice scenery.
So thanks for watching. Next video is on the skin allergy epidemic and our research into that.
Thank you.